Hi, Namaha, Namaste, welcome. Continuing our conversation on grief and how grief can be any form of devastating loss, from death, bereavement, to relationships, to freedom, to health, security. So many things can cause us that great deal of suffering. So whatever grief you are experiencing, may you find some ease to walk with that grief and move through that grief. I wanted to share with you today, just speaking to this idea of how grief can hit us. And some of us can really be taken off guard by when it hits us, the time of day. We often think that with seasons, when we go from winter to spring to summer and fall, we feel those seasonal shifts, and some of us even will notice that during winter, right? And so there's also this idea not just of seasons, but that time can also shift the state of our mind. It can shift the state of our whole being. And when we are moving through grief itself, can hit us really hard, perhaps in the morning, perhaps in the middle of the day, or at night, and it can come very unexpectedly and feel very heavy and cause you to almost go into a state of freeze, flight, flee, or freeze with our nervous system. And we already know with grief, there are times where we can't even differentiate one day from the next. And some days are bearable, some days are survivable, some days are horrible. And we don't focus as much on the days, but recognizing that there are moments that grief can actually be worse for us. And that's something that you have to figure out for yourself, which day, which time of the day that the grief really feels overwhelming. And when you identify that, finding some tools to help you manage that so that you can feel whole and be able to find breath again to move through that grief. So if you're not a morning person like me, it's difficult to wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you've had respite from sleep. You've had a reprieve from sleep, from grief, and you wake up and suddenly you're awakening to this heavy feeling of this loss that you have experienced. And it can be devastating, it can be numbing, and it can also put us into a place of how can we even begin the day? How can we even imagine starting this morning? And so some thoughts of how can you, if you know you're not a morning person and grief is very difficult at the start of the morning when you wake, what are some small things you can do? So some things that you can consider shifting is, first of all, if you need to still have that alarm on to begin your day, make it a gentle alarm. Make it something that slowly, progressively awakens you rather than a sudden jarring awakening to the nervous system and back into this grief with this jarring and sharp intensity. So first, simplify the alarm. That's something easy we can do. Make it soft, make it slow, make it gradual to help you awaken. Once you awaken and you're in that bed, doing some small things of, you're going to notice the grief right away and the desire not to start the day. How can you slowly welcome the breath and try to find your breath first? Embracing inhale as a gift of life, exhaling, being present here in this body at this moment and now. You can also wake up and do some small exercises or journaling. I invite you to even think of making a morning playlist, like music that makes you feel like you're ready to start the day, something that's going to uplift you, make you feel content to be here to start that day. Well, today I wanted to share with you some movement and how sometimes we just need to get outside, and starting the morning can be the simplicity of stepping out into your nature, into your backyard, your front yard, or going for a walk. And one of the simple things we can do is actually allow nature to help us. So finding your nice tall stance outside, ground your feet down if it's possible to be bare feet. Otherwise, with your shoes on, ground down through the roots of your feet and lift up through the sternum, lift up through crown of the head. And the first thing we're going to do is take a moment just to reach the arms overhead and let the fingertips actually point upward, like you're grasping, like you're reaching, and allow all the elements, the earth, everything to provide you the energy. So as you inhale, inhale from the roots of your feet all the way up to the crown of your head and into the fingertips. And then as you exhale, follow that and visualize that energy drawing all the way back down through the roots of your feet. That roots being your foundation, your strength. Inhale from the roots of the feet all the way up to the fingertips. Exhale, visualize it back, going down. This idea that earth is giving us this energy to support us in this life. All the elements, the sun, the air, the water, all of that. And then as you exhale, you're giving it back in return in abundance, so it remains abundant. So for the next few cycles of breath, every inhale, use that imagination from the feet all the way through to the fingertips. If you're comfortable, hold that breath just for a brief moment at the fingertips. Exhale it back down. Inhale, vital energy. Hold, exhale. Inhale, receiving vital energy. Compassion to start your day. Hold. Exhale, release it back down. Releasing, dissolving, letting go. Inhale, receive. Hold. Exhale, release. Lower the arms down. Nice, another breath to awaken. That's a great one to awaken. Another one is arms come out in front of you, and then you let the fingers hang. And same visual, you're going to inhale from the feet to the fingertips. Exhale it back down. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale from your feet all the way to the fingertips. Exhale back. Inhale to the fingertips, that vital energy. Hold. Exhale back. Only hold if it's comfortable this early in the morning. It may not be. One last one. Inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale them down the back. Thinking every inhale you're receiving, every exhale gives you permission to allow, to make space for this grief to let go. And from here, our final one is we're going to inhale, reach up, inhale out, inhale again, and then exhale, we let it go. So it's 3 inhales in. So it's take a little bit, inhale some more, and then let it all go. And this is called breath of joy. And you can think of this idea that joy and grief can coexist. You can wake up and feel deep sense of loss, yet at the same moment find opportunities to be in gratitude of being here now. So it's inhale, 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 exhale. In. So the in is through the nostrils, in through nostrils, in through nostrils, out the mouth. Keep going and take it at the pace that works for you. Go as slow or as a little bit more fast as you would like, whatever your energy is calling and whatever your breath is allowing you to do. But making sure breath is at ease. In, out. In, out. I'm gonna slow it down. In, out. Remembering your breath is abundant. You're simply receiving it and with awareness, following it. Just to make this our last two. In. Reach your arms up again. Inhale, let the fingertips draw up, let the eyes close. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the abdomen. Peace in our body. Inhale. Exhale, peace in the body to the abdomen. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart space, peace in our emotions. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, peace in our emotions. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to touch the eyes, the forehead, peace in our thoughts. Inhale. Exhale to the eyes, peace in our thoughts. Inhale, reach up. Let the palms touch. Exhale. Touch the space between the eyebrows, the lips, and let the hands come rest down in front of sternum. And take a moment. Perhaps if you're able to go inside, take a moment to light a candle. Looking at the light and giving yourself a moment to breathe. And be compassionate with yourself as you wake up and begin the day. That it's okay to grieve and it's okay to feel heavy. But be sure to get up and get moving so that you can move with breath, with body, and find some simple tools to help you begin your day. We're not all morning people, so take a moment to welcome your new day and allow things to move through you. I hope you find some of these tools helpful. Remembering, go step outside in nature, reach the arms up. Nature's a great way for us to connect. It reminds us that change is always constant. And it's a beautiful way to begin a new day, is to welcome that start of the new day with the arms up, energizing from the feet to the fingertips, back down. We did that again with the arms in front, inhaling vital energy into our body, into our whole being. And with every exhale, giving us permission to dissolve, to let go, to make space and allow for what is there present within us. And then the breath of joy, you can even do it sitting, in, out, in, out. With or without arm movements, can be a simple way for you to bring in. And then our final was inhale, exhale to abdomen, peace in the body. Inhale, exhale to heart, peace in our emotions. Inhale, exhale to eyes, peace in our thoughts. Inhale, peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May you find peace as you begin your new day and a new opportunity to be present. Lots of love. Enjoy the bliss of the day.